I mean, it's like I'm channeling my inner Jenga player right now. Geez, I hope this doesn't fall. Hey guys, welcome back to AF Farms for another episode of Elm Creek, where we are focusing on new players, beginners to the game, if you will. Now, just got a few egg pellets we've got to move to start with this for this episode. A few things have changed on the farm since we last visited, so we'll go through those in a minute. Basically, what we've done is we've improved our greenhouse operation, which you can see over there. And by improving it, I mean we've just added some additional water sources, just so we don't have to fill up as often. It just gives us more capacity for our production. So I'm just going to quickly move these egg pellets, and then we'll go for a bit of a tour. So I will do this quickly, and then we'll come back in with the video. So that went reasonably okay. We only knocked over 2 pallets, but anyway, that's going to happen. So yeah, the greenhouses, we put them in last episode, so you can see them here. We've boosted the capacity by installing these blue additional tanks. So they just boost the overall capacity of the greenhouses. So you can see there we're running 44,000 litres in most of them, so which is good because that'll service most of these, if not all. Currently they're all set to producing lettuce, and they're auto selling that lettuce. So if we have a look at our production menu, so you can see there 44,000 litres roughly. So we're utilising that on an auto sell feature. So if I have a quick look at the sold products, so we get about 16,000 every day when we sleep. Now what I'm thinking as well is we switch to more of a, not auto sell, but storing, and we're going to move these manually. So I've installed some mods. So up until now we haven't been playing with mods, but I've put my mod packs in just to sort of add another layer to the gameplay, spruce things up a little bit. Now we're gonna probably hit our pallet limit pretty quickly with this. So what I'm going to do, so you can only have 50 pallets limit on console. What I'm going to do is I'm going to set these greenhouses to not auto sell, but to store. And so we're going to store them. Yeah, we're going to store them individually at each greenhouse. Product to pick up and move. So storing and storing. So let's just double check they're all sweet. Okay, that's all set up. Let's double check the price of lettuce. Okay, so let's go find the lettuce. Okay, so lettuce has got a current high price of 2,700 at the grocery mart, and it has a peak price of 3,324. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stockpile this lettuce and sell it manually, so we don't take the hit on the auto sell, which I believe is about 30 to 40%, which is a bit rough. So I want to try and maximize, I'll turn this tractor off so we can save some fuel. I want to try and maximize our, this is probably running as well, isn't it? Nope, it's not. I want to try and maximize our profit while we can. So that's going to be the plan for that. What else we got on the go? So we've got fields 45 and 46 with, I believe, wheat. So this is going to be for our chickens. We've got some eggs ready to sell. So let's just go and double check the best price for eggs. So best price is in November, 4,203. We are currently in September, sorry. So we've got 2 months to go until we hit peak price for that. I guess the only other thing we can do at the moment is check out used vehicles. There's nothing there that we're interested in. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to sleep for 1 day. We'll come back, we'll shift some egg pellets, and we'll see how much lettuce we've gotten overnight. So let's go ahead and sleep. Alright, let's go and have a look. So the wheat is not far off being ready. We'll have some egg pellets potentially to move. Yes, we do. So I don't know why these two are stacked on top of each other, but anyway. Alright, do we have any lettuce? Yes, we do. So what do we got? So we'll probably get almost 10 pallets per greenhouse. I find it interesting that it's only given us 1 overnight. It's interesting. Right, check the used vehicles. What do we got? Oh, big bud. Bit out of our cost zone for the moment. A Zetor tractor. This is not a bad tractor, but not something we can really make use of at the moment. Alright, let's move these egg pellets quickly. So I've got to brush up on my telehandler skills. I mean, these sorts of vehicles you get used to when you drive them a lot. My preferred pallet handling apparatus would be the forklift by far, just because I've used it so much. Alright, let's get these up here. So these should fetch a pretty decent price, to be fair. Let's see if we're gonna... Oh, that's gonna be a bit sketchy. Let's just leave it at that. Ugh. Always happens. Alright, let's see if I can fix this up. So I'm going to attempt to right this pallet, and then we'll come back in once I've sorted it out. There we go. Tricky. Alright, let's try this again. Alright, that went reasonably well. Okay, let's grab this other one. Actually, well, we'll grab the full one, and I'll just get it on top. Because if we do sleep for one more day, then it's going to be peak price for eggs. So we want to offload these eggs pretty quickly. So I'm just going to attempt to stack this on the very top here. Hopefully this does not go pear-shaped. Alright, cool. Alright, wheat should be ready tomorrow. Greenhouses will be ticking over. So I'm surprised we've only got one pallet of lettuce each day. Let's see what happens when we sleep this time. See if we get any more than one pallet. Alright, so we are losing a bit of money each day there, so we'll want to get on top of that. Probably going to need another day for our wheat, aren't we? Let's have a look. Yeah, probably one more day, I would say. Okay, let's go and have a look at our lettuce production. Okay, so we've got 2 pallets overnight, so that's going to give us 8 times 3. So 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, so 18, 20, yeah, 20 odd pallets. Okay, cool. Alright, so eggs should be peak price. So what are we, November? 4,192, and over at the fast food restaurant, so nice and close. Okay, so let's grab let's grab this guy, he's nice and close. We'll get hitched up, and then we'll pick up those remaining pallets, and we'll send them over, and we'll see how much money we get. So we haven't got quite a full pallet on this other one, but that's alright, we'll make it work. Okay, not a bad load there. Good thing about the telehandler is you got that telescopic boom, so it gives you that little bit of extra reach for applications like this. I mean, even though I'm not using it as we speak, but it is there if you need it. Now this is very precarious, but it seems to be holding up so far. I mean, it's like I'm channeling my inner Jenga player right now. Geez, I hope this doesn't fall. Oh, we got it. Cool. Alright, let's go and sell this. Tension straps down. Now this should be a good little income. So we are planning on easy economy, so we're going to get maximum price for this, which is very helpful. Now I think what I'm going to do as well is I'm going to layer in some solar panels, so get a little bit of passive income generation happening. So this should start to auto sell. There we go. It's very satisfying seeing that money increase. So we might get 100 grand here. Oh, how close was I? 101,700 plus whatever's on this pallet here. Why is that not working? Oh, there we go. Just not close enough to the trigger. Alright, so it's about 110,000. Not a bad effort. Alright, let's get this trailer parked back up. Yeah, it's got rear wheel steer. Okay. Okay, that should be all good. What do we got in the used vehicles? So we've got a forage wagon and an animal trailer, neither of those are two things we require right now. Okay, how are we going for lettuce? This guy's got no water, right? Alright, let's go fill these up with water. So our trailer has been chilling here, filling up over the last 2 days, so we should have plenty of water there. So what I tend to do is I tend to drive through the middle and I'll top up as we go. Okay, as you can see here. So I'll unload these one by one. And what I try to do is I try to give a little bit of a top up to each one, so I don't fill up one all the way. Because I'd rather have 8 running at 50% capacity than, you know, 1 running at full capacity. So this should. So I don't know why this one's not running. Let's have a look. Okay, it's got full water. No active productions. Maybe I accidentally turned the production off. Yep, silly me. I turned the production off, so let's activate that back. Alright, pretty good. So let's go refill. So the good thing about, and obviously I moved the filling tank over here just to make it easier to line up with. So let's start filling. And that'll fill while we're doing other stuff, which is great. Alright, let's go and see if we can't get an auto-loading trailer for this lettuce. Now, there are a couple of different options. Alright, the auto-loading trailer we're going to go with is the Lizard Logistics Big Bag Trailer. So it's the auto-load pack mod. So it comes in 2 varieties. There's the pallet trailer, which will only do things like pig food, wheat, etc. This one will do everything, I'm led to believe. So let's check it out. So if we go general products, just going to leave it standard for everything else. So let's buy that. Let's head over to the shop, grab this, and we'll see if we can't load up some of these pallets. So I'll see you guys over at the shop. Alright, here we are at the shop. Here is our trailer out the front. So the reason why I like this trailer is because I think I've used it before and it's got pretty good reliability for selling and picking up. So the challenge is going to be whether or not I can pick them up in the rows because the greenhouses are so close together. So I may just have to use the telehandler to push the pallets along and then get them into the loading configuration for this. Or I'm just going to have to move those pallets manually, which is going to be a bit sucky, but we'll work around it. Alright, I'm going to cruise back over to the farm and I'll see you over there. Alright, here we are. Let's see how this goes. So, the trick is you've got to drive past what you want to pick up. I think it'll just do one variety of pallet. So, yeah, see, there we go. That's picking those up nicely. I mean, a tad on the slow side, but still faster than moving them manually. The central warehouse mod is a good mod for productions, but it is 250,000 and we don't have the land for it at the moment, but that's definitely something I'd like to use. Okay, let's see how we go. Yeah, so probably what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to push these pallets out into clear space, which currently won't be able to do with all the stuff in the way. Let's see if we can drive down. See if we can drive down the middle here and pick some up. Yeah, no, it's going to be too difficult. Right, at least we know this trailer works. So let's check the price of lettuce is going to be best price January. Okay, good to know. Right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to quickly see if I can push some of these pallets out the way and get them into a better position for loading and unloading. Now I have jammed everything in pretty close, so this is my own fault. So what I'm thinking, if I do that and try and reverse it in, so this will be interesting. It's always a challenge on controller to reverse. I mean, it's not totally undoable. Was that picking them up? There we go. Right, so that should hopefully Just want to see if this loads while I'm not in it. Okay, hasn't quite picked it up for some reason. Okay, there we go. Now we've got it. Oh, I'm stuck. Alright, let's jump out of there, grab some more pallets. Now this is not going to be ideal long term, so I'm going to have to come up with a better solution for this. But this is the best we've got at the moment. I mean, truth be told, I'll probably just go back to auto. Yeah, this is going to be really painful, I think. Let's just push those out. Pick them up. So I will keep the greenhouses as is. However, what I will do is I'm going to look to invest into that central warehouse mod sooner rather than later. So what I'm talking about is this guy here. So if we go into silos, so there's the central warehouse extra small. So receives goods and issues them again. Can only hold 5,000 litres. You can get a silo extension for that, which is 125,000. And it'll do 2 million. But yeah, quite a lot of expense for what it is. And you do need to use a particular trailer. So the Profi liner. But it is a good investment for overall logistic handling, so that's why I like it. But in the short term, we'll just manage with this guy. So it's a little bit finicky trying to pick these up, actually. And I'm going to run this over. See, we're not getting the trigger. That's the challenge. Alright, what I'll do is I'm going to pull out of here. And we're just going to go sell this. So what I'm going to do, actually, before I forget, is set this production back to auto sell. So I'm going to take the hit. It doesn't really matter that much. So let's go to selling. So we'll set all these to selling until such time that we can manage the logistical operation a little bit better. Let's double check they're all set to selling. And I'm going to go sell these at the... Hopefully they'll sell here at the restaurant. Yeah. Start overloading. Cool, so that was 13 grand. Okay, not bad. Alright, that's actually not too bad. Now one thing we could look to sell is this barn. So I'm not using it. And it does give us a bit of cash. So the only downside of selling it, which is just part and parcel of the issue, is you end up with this sort of cavernous basement thing that you've got to sort out. So how much can we get for selling this actually before we pull the trigger on it? So it's only 40 grand, but it's going to cost us probably 20 grand to level the ground. I'm just going to leave that for now, but just an idea for the future. What I'm going to do is I'm going to sleep again. Hopefully our wheat is ready. Alright, here we are. First of all, let's check our used vehicle sales. Anything worth grabbing? So we got another tractor. Seed Hawk. So these are mods. The Crystal HD is a base game tractor, but we don't need a tractor right now. Okay, wheat is ready to go, so let's grab our combine. One thing we'll probably look to start doing as well is some contracts. So we obviously haven't touched on contracts at the moment. That's going to be a good way for us to layer in a bit of extra income. So while this guy's underway, let's have a quick look at it. So a lot of harvesting contracts at the moment. That's going to be a big one. Stay away from that. Sowing. We could do the sowing contract. Cultivating. Do we have a cultivator? I don't think we do. Actually, what I'll do is I'm going to borrow the items for that. Okay, thanks for the advice. Okay, so if we head over, this is our equipment for this contract. So let's go and pick these up. Grab our front weight as well. Okay, so we've got to go to field 74, which is all the way down there. So what I will do, I'm going to send this guy over on a worker. So this guy will drive over there for us. Once we get down there, we'll get him on task, and then we'll go from there. So let's switch out to our... So leave this trailer here for the moment. Grab our grain cart. So we've got sorghum in here. We're going to have to unload first, because you can't mix crops together, obviously. For some reason this guy's missed half the field, but anyway. Obviously just blocked him there so he can't go past. Yeah, so the problem is the pipe out function is not very big on this combine. So how far away is this guy? Oh, he's actually pretty close. So let's drive the rest of the way over. So this is actually not a bad little farm area down here as well. So if you're looking for an alternate location, evergreen. Really sort of well positioned for a pig farm. Alright, let's get this lined up. Lower cultivator, so I'll get this started. And send them off on a worker. So that'll just generate us a little bit of income while we're doing other stuff. I'll go give this to the chicken straight away, even though it's not a full load. Alright, what we'll do quickly as well is just check how we went with the auto sell on the lettuce. So, yeah, 137,000 in eggs, 6,415 so far on today's auto sell for the lettuce. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get, while the combine's underway, I am going to try and sort out these pallets. So the problem is, now I've got some spawned, I've got to deal with them. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put them just over here. It's going to be a bit of a challenge to get all these, but I've got a relatively small pallet handler here, which is very handy for these sorts of situations. Alright, worker E is blocked by an object. Of course he is. So I'm probably going to pipe out directly into the chicken coop, to be honest. Just saves me having to double handle the wheat in this case. And I think there is a whole bunch of wheat left over down the bottom of the field that this guy didn't pick up. So let's go and have a look. Yeah, there's a bit there. So what I suspect here is it's basically the combine is too big to turn around in this area. So another thing I'm probably thinking of putting in here is going to be a bit of a solar farm. So it's a bit of a pokey sort of small part of the field. So unless you've got a small combine, usually you're going to run into issues, and the land it's a bit slopey, so it's not very good to build on. So it's fine as a field, but it could be better utilised as a, given that we've got limited land, a bit of a solar farm. So I'm sort of still thinking about that. Right, let's get this guy unloaded. Now that should unload directly in. Right, let's get cracking with some more pallet handling. Oh, can we do it? Can we do 3 at once? Something tells me we can. Just have to drive really slowly so this doesn't go flying across the map. Oh, steady, steady, steady. Alright, that'll do. Alright, so what we'll do there is we'll leave this video here. I'll finish moving the rest of these pallets. We'll come back in the next video and we will look to plant some more crop for our chickens, figure out what we're going to do with these greenhouses, and we'll just go from there. So thanks very much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye for now.